He's just fallen down there. Oh no, I've got to get him out. Oh, I got it out. I got him out. He went completely under there. I couldn't move that rock. I've cut myself. I couldn't move that rock, but I've got him with the pliers and pulled him out. Whew. That was on the carp. The carp's got a sharp bit on it somewhere, and I found it, and that has cut my finger. Right, gang, I have got what I have came out for. It's been a huge morning. It's only about 2 o'clock now. The day is far from over. I'm gonna get these carp back to Dad's place. We'll get them all filled it up, we'll get them cleaned up and get them in the freezer. And then we're gonna keep going. I don't know what's coming next, but we've still got half a day to go. I've stood on my glasses. I do this all the time. All right, here we go. This is a massive stack of meat right there, and I have got some recipes for this. I am excited. Let's get that on there. I'm going to just tend to this finger because I don't know exactly what's happened, but I'm just going to put some stuff on it because I don't want to get an infected finger. All right, let's go to the medicine cabinet. What I want to do is, I've got some betadine here, and I think I'll just use the betadine. This is a medicine cabinet. This is when I, if I hurt myself or whatever, it's Panadol up the back there. I've got my toothbrush, I've got some Stingos, I've got bits and pieces there, but I'm going to take this. Righto, let's go. Righto, gang, there has been a slight change of plans. I can't come all the way out this way without stopping at Berrugura on the way back. So, gang, we're off to the next spot. And we're off to the next spot! Let's go! Here we are, gang. We're at Berrugura, however you pronounce it, on the Barwon River. And we're gonna head on down here. Gonna do about 10 or 15 minutes down here because we're gonna head to Inverleigh. I'm gonna try and get a campsite at Inverleigh. I don't know how busy it's gonna be. There might not be any spots, but that's what we're gonna do after here. Right now, I need some more water. Oh. No snaky snakes, can't see any snakes. Oh, that water's clear, isn't it? All right, here we are, gang. Paternoster rig, about a foot off the bottom of the sinker. We've got the worm there. Here it is. The Barwon River, Berrugura, just outside of Colac. And that can go right there. That's us. We are giving this spot 10 minutes and then we're heading to Inverleigh. Stand by. Well, actually, I nearly forgot. I better quickly get these done. Solve puzzles. What to move? Yep, beautiful. Next, what to move? What do we got here? Can't take. He can go that way, so we want to put the queen here. Yep, gotcha. And that will do it for here down at Berrugura. I've been here for about 10-15 minutes. The sun's starting to drop real fast. I want to make sure that if I do get a campsite there tonight down at Inverleigh, I've got to get the tent set up, I've got to get the cookers set up, I've got to get dinner made. I don't have much time for that to happen. So we're getting these rods in, and we're going to head to Inverleigh and see if we can get a site there tonight. Well, let's move. And we've made it to Inverleigh, gang, and I have got a site for the night. This is me. Here we go. So I'll get the tent all set up. Most likely just going to set it up right here. No trees really going to fall. Might bring the ute over a little bit, actually, and bring the ute over a bit more here. So this is me. I've got the ute in position. I set my ute up so when I'm camping, if any of these trees fall down, they're going to fall on the ute before they fall on me. So I'm going to get everything set up, get the tent up, get everything ready, get the cookers out, and then I'll be back soon and we can sit down and crack a beer. Well, let's do it. Righto, gang, I am just about set up. Now, here we go. I've got the new cooker ready to go tonight. Tent set up. Car's all ready to go. There's a few things that need to happen before I can stop and sit down and grab a beer. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the car's okay. I've done about 200 odd kilometres today, so I'm going to quickly run around the wheels, make sure that there's no oil in the rear wheels from the wheel bearings, make sure the oil's good, the water's good. That's the best I can do out and about right now. Then we'll go check the river, see if I've got access down there. The river's not a priority tonight. I don't need to go fishing tonight, but I will if I can. I've got what I came for this weekend, which is the carp, and I've got 2 carp. So I'm going to take that to Dad's tomorrow, but tonight we are going to have carp for dinner. So I've got a recipe tonight that I'm going to put this carp together, and it is going to be beautiful. Now, before I go hooking into the beers, I'm going to go and check the car and then go check that river. Let's go, let's check this oil first. The car mightn't have been parked long enough to check the oil. It still looks pretty good. That's above the full line, but let's just leave that for a little bit longer. We'll leave it for a good hour, maybe 2 hours, and let that oil really drip back down to the sump. The battery's looking good. I can also just go in here and check the car batteries. It's still good because I've got these voltmeters. 12.5, and the secondary battery is 12.5, and the primary solar battery is 12.6. So the batteries are fine. So if the car battery was dodgy, that's not a big deal because I'm running 2 extra lead acid batteries for this solar. So if there's a problem with that battery in the field, I'll just take any one of these out and put it in there, and I can get myself out of strife if it's a battery. There's no oil in that rim there. Tyres are good. Yeah, that one's fine too. Excellent. There's no oil in that rim. Beautiful. Tyres pumped up. That's good. Front wheels looking good. Perfect. All right, let's go check that river. Oh, it's steep here. Okay. There's a swing there. Oh, it's very steep up here. Yeah, look, this is fine. If I catch a carp or something big, I can get down there and get that out, but I will get the net out of the car today and we'll use that because it is quite high here. Just get a load of this, gang. This is where we're staying tonight. This is the Barwon River at Inverleigh. Absolutely fantastic. We've got some ducks up on the bank there. They look like wood ducks to me. Cows mooing over there. Anyway, we've got a good couple of hours before that sun starts coming down. I'm going to kick back now and grab a beer, I think. And we'll start cooking soon too. Let's go. Okay, gang, the sun's starting to come down now. It's time to start cooking dinner. I'm getting hungry. Tonight, we're having that carp from Lake Colac. Let's go. Now, this is one of those fillets of the carp I caught this afternoon. That's quite a big fillet. The first thing I'm going to do is going to clean it in fresh water to wash all that sand and so on and so forth that was in the Lake Colac water. That's it. Now, we're going to dry it right off. Grab some of this paper towel. Make sure that's dry. Look at that beautiful fillet there. Look at the size of that fillet. I got 4 of these. All right, here we go. Lay that down. Pat it right down. Now, the bit that's got no bones. So this section down here has no bones in it. This section up the top here, which is the thicker section, is full of bones. That piece I'm taking home with me. Tonight we're using this piece here that doesn't have any bones in it. First thing I'm going to do is cut out that lateral line. Get rid of that lateral line, which is that bloodline type thing in the middle. That can go. That's gone. That's gone. That can go over there. All right, so here it is, gang. There is that beautiful carp fillet there that we caught this afternoon down at Lake Colac. We've got some continental parsley, some alfalfa sprouts, Swiss cheese, avocado, lemon, some tomatoes there, some sourdough, salt, pepper, cooked in oil. Let's get this all cooked up. This is gonna be beautiful. So everything's all prepared, ready to go. Let's get the fish in the pan. First thing we want to do is make sure that fish is dry. Let's dry it right up with some paper towel, get it in the pan. All right, that's quite a long piece of fish there. That's bigger than the pan, so we're just gonna cut that in half. In half there, beautiful. Let's get that dried right up. Grab a couple more bits of paper towel. Make sure it's dry. Oh, I guess that'll do. Perfect. Let's get that turned on. I'm using this brand new stove that the old man's hooked me up with. You don't want the pan too hot because this fish cooks really quick. It's like redfin. Just keep an eye on it because it cooks real fast. We're putting nothing on this fish. Just going to cook it as it is. Starting to get white around the sides there. We're going to turn that one over soon. This one's nearly getting there as well. So we'll cook this fish first, then we're just going to put it aside. I'm going to break it up a little bit because it's going on these bits of sourdough bread. We'll put that aside, it can cool down. And then I'm going to get this sourdough in. I'm going to cook it in this little oven thing that we've got on the bottom of this cooker here. I haven't used it yet. This is going to be the first attempt. Hopefully it toasts up that sourdough nicely. And we'll get some avocado there instead of margarine, and we've got a bit of Swiss cheese. I would have loved to have had my whole grain mustard, but I've left that at home. So I'm gonna probably put tartare sauce on it. I don't really want to, but that's what I've got. Could maybe sprinkle some goju-garu on it or something like that, maybe, but let's just see. Let's just see. This is going to be beautiful anyway. Righto, gang, these pieces are just about ready. They're falling apart now. That's ready. Yeah, and that's ready too. Look at that. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is ready. Let's get that off the heat. Turn that off. So I've got the 3 pieces there. All right. So this is the first time that I've used this oven arrangement in this. It's a bit smoky, but that's fine. That's the first time it's been used. We'll crank it right up. Right, I've just got to keep an eye on this. We'll be back once this sourdough's ready. Look at that, it's got that burner up there. Oh yeah, okay, so it's going to cook that one in the middle before the ones on the other side. Yeah, right, that didn't work too bad. A bit of work, and I think we can get that up to scratch. Anyway, let's go. Let's get it ready to go. How good does that look? That looks absolutely beautiful, gang. There it is there. That is European carp on sourdough. We've got avocado, Swiss cheese, tomato, a bit of lemon, a bit of continental parsley there. Let's give this a taste test. Oh, we're gonna take this piece here. All right, so there we go, there's the carp there. Now, nothing has been done to that carp. It's just got a bit of salt and pepper sprinkled over it. So that's as it is, straight out of the lake this afternoon. Let's give it a crack. Oh yeah, that alfalfa sprout brings a whole new different thing to that. Right, let's get a bit of that tartare sauce. Yeah, okay, the tartare sauce is really good. I would prefer mustard on this. Oh yeah, the fish is absolutely beautiful. It almost tastes a little bit like redfin there. Right, let's get a bit with the with that tomato on it. Let's try that. Even that sourdough, oh, this is some good stuff. I've got 3 of them. That is going to be plenty for me. Oh, I haven't put any lemon on. The best part about camping out here tonight is that there's no rush getting out of here tomorrow. I've got no rush to go anywhere. I've got what I can. There's no rush to get anywhere. I've got what I came for. So we're just going to kick back tonight. I'm going to enjoy this last piece of, I don't even know what I'm going to call this. Carp de Lake Colac. Righto, the lights are on now. It's getting dark. Let's just wrap up a couple of things here. So I've had my GoPro batteries on charge. That one's fully charged now, so we can take that one out. We'll leave that one on. That can stay on. That's fine. This thing doesn't use much power at all. Let's have a quick eavesdrop. Let's see if anyone's talking away. What a beautiful night. So Lake Colac, you can free camp there. You can normally free camp there anytime. But for some reason this long weekend, you had to book it. And that's the first time I've ever come across that. And I didn't book it, I wasn't aware. So I've got there and I've had to turn around, which is fine. It's worked out just as well. I've managed to come here and find a spot here, which is perfect. But I think if long weekends are coming up, I don't know, maybe you have to call the Colac Shire. I got no idea. I don't know who manages that area. It might be from Parks Victoria, I got no idea. But that's what happened there. So anyway, we grabbed those couple of carp and now we're here in Inverleigh. We've just had a little bit of it for dinner tonight, which is absolutely beautiful. So currently now, I'm at Inverleigh, which I think is about 120 odd kilometres west of Melbourne. So it's about 100 odd kilometres to Ballarat from Melbourne, then another 100 kilometres to Colac. And from Colac to here, I think was another 40 kilometres. So I've done quite a few Ks in the ute over the last 2 days. These guys are having a great time over there. Their music is pumping. That's great. Oh, it's like early noughties. That's my stuff. On the wires. Oh, look at that. It's the lemon lime one as well. Yes. I am pretty chock-a-block from dinner. Hopefully there's room to drink that. There's always going to be room though. I can just use the ice cream part of my stomach to get that in. All right, so if you're not familiar with this is called an inverter. And what this does is this takes supply from a 12 volt battery here. Inside here is just a standard car battery, a standard lead acid battery, 12 volt. And the 12 volts goes into this here and it changes the 12 volt DC, steps it up with a transformer to 220 volts AC with modulation switching. And what this thing allows me to do is plug in your standard household equipment into this thing. So what's that? That's lights. So let's put that on. Look at that. So these lights here, this LED strip here, so that LED strip there, right there, and this transformer here is what operates that LED strip. That was all in the bin at work. So I've just taken the strip and I've soldered on a bit of figure 8 cable there and brought it all down to this transformer, hooked it all up, run it through this inverter, which is powered from this 12-volt car battery, which is supplied via the solar. How good is that? We've also got, on my setup here, that light there, let's turn them on. And they're turned on by these breakers here. That one's on, and this one's on. So these lights here, we turn that off and that off. We'll turn this one off. They don't use much current. So I think I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it down? I found it right here, written down here. So spotlights. So 20 watts per light is 1.34 amps per light, or 3 amps for 2 lights. So 1.34 amps per light. Let's go back over the other side. So that light there uses 1.34 amps of current out of this battery. And we can work it out. So time equals capacity divided by amps. So the capacity of this battery is 57 amp hours divided by the amps. So you do 57 amp hours divided by 1.34, 42. So you've got about 42 hours. If you leave that light on for 42 hours, that battery is going to be completely dead. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be getting a lead acid battery down to 50% of charge or even 40% of charge. You're never going to have the light on for that long, but you can get a lot of light out of that. That lights this whole surface up here. So literally most of this stuff I've got here is just discarded stuff from work. You know, just pick it up out of the bin or out of a board that's being thrown out. I bought these two, but these ones here, they were getting thrown out from a board. All these little connector blocks, they were getting thrown out. These relays, they were getting thrown out. I bought that. That cost like 10 bucks. All this stuff was all destined for the bin, and I've kept it, and I use it here now. We've got this transformer here. Yeah, that'll bring that'll step up the 24-volt DC, sorry, the 12-volt DC to 24-volt AC, and this is a 110-volt AC, so we can run it through the inverter here, and that will turn your 12 volts DC into 110 volts AC, and I think we get 10 amps out of that. Yeah, we do. That's nice. Yep, so I've got a lot of discarded stuff here that I've just picked up and put it in my kit here, and it's working a treat. I need to keep my eye open. That's come out. That's off the CV. We put that back in. No wonder I wasn't getting any eavesdropping. That fell out. Jeez, I need to be careful. Right, gang, so when I dropped that carp down in the rocks today, down at Lake Colac, that carp just slipped straight in down. I could barely get it out. And I tried to get my hand down there, and as I was grabbing it, I think that rear fin has got a spike on it, and I never knew that, but I know now because that is from that rear spike on that carp. So just be careful, gang. There's a sharp bone coming out of that carp. Redfin have them across the top there, that dorsal fin across the top. I think it's a dorsal fin, but that fin across the top's full of spikes on redfin, and that will stab you and it'll do that to you, and they hurt.
Right inside of the truck.
Eavesdropping.
This fucking thing goes crazy. Collision warning. Yes, this does exactly the same. Oh, doesn't drive you mad.
Oh, that is a nice avocado. That one's ready to go, I reckon. It's definitely better than one I had tonight. That is just about going to do us for tonight. Last night we wrapped it up with a little bit of Italian. Tonight we're going to wrap it up with a little bit of Spanish. Vamos a pescar. Salud. Direct translation, let's go fishing. Catch you tomorrow, gang. Good morning, gang. It is about 6:30 a.m. It's still quite dark, actually, isn't it, for 6:30? Anyway, no rush. I'm going to slowly pack things up here, grab a can of Coke for breakfast, pack my cookers up, and we'll go find somewhere to go fishing first up, I think. Lee River, let's get them in. Beautiful. Just gone sunrise, and we're heading on down there. Something moved down there. Something big down there then. Did we see that? All right, let's get down there. I'm gonna flick that in. just in there where that movement was. Right there. Perfect. Righto gang, the rods are in. There's definitely something swimming around here. Let's see if we can catch it this morning. Slack. Something's picked it up. Let's just wait. If that moves, we strike. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yep, we're on. Beautiful. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, got something there. Looks like a little carp. Yeah, it's a little carp. Okay. Oh, he's lost. Lost him. Right there, gang. There's a trout. Ah, no, it's a carp. There's a carp swimming right up through the middle. He's seen me. Now he's moved. Look at that. So hopefully he goes round and he might get that bait around that side. He's obviously missed this one. Another one right there. There's two. There's two carp there. You see them right in the middle of the screen? Just above the log. I'll zoom in on them. But those two have swum straight past my bait. I'll get it. No, I'll just leave them. So there's two swimming together. Alright, there's something there swimming up. I don't know what it is. There's definitely something coming upstream there. It looks like a little blackfish maybe. Might be a little carp. It hasn't seen my bait yet. Wonder what that is. Oh no, that's a yabby. That is a spiny cray. There's something swimming through there. It's tiny. That could have been a redfin. One there just moved, I'm sure of it. Next spot, rods are in. This one's over by that tree jam over there. And that rod there is way out over in those shallows. And, oh no, I've missed it. Got it. Okay. Probably, yeah, it just looks like it's a little carp. Yeah, a little carp. Okay, let's get him in. It's a little carp. Yeah, little carp. All right. Perfect. Right. Oh, I'm covered in stuff. Okay, now, there's a little European carp. Now, I stabbed my finger on this one of these guys yesterday. Yeah, there it is there. Okay. So that little fin there, gang, right there, there's a bone in that, and that stabbed my little finger, and that did some damage. So be careful of that little one there. Hopefully you can see it right there, that's sharp. And that is it for this spot, gang. I'm gonna get this rod in and go pack up my gear, and we're gonna move off. Well, gang. The Lee River adventure just gets bigger and bigger. Just have a look at this dark section of water here. There's plenty of water flow here. I've never put a line in. I can access all the way down through there. I have fished this spot probably 30 times and I've always sat there. But today I crossed the river and we've come out and had a look around. And there is heaps of new spots to go to. This is fantastic. The whole perspective changes when you get into the river, gang. Righto, gang, so that is the end of this video. It's been an absolutely massive adventure. I caught those two carp down at Lake Colac. I'm gonna get them to the old man's place now, get them in the freezer, ready to go for winter. I've got a couple of cook-ups I'm gonna do with those guys. Thank you so much for coming on the adventure, gang. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next adventure.